Well, the markets are likely to be anxious about the impact of Friday's announcement on H-1B visas. Donald Trump's draconian measures rattled the tech community, but the provisions were later watered down in a clarification by the White House. However, nervousness remains about the H-1B visa scheme and the hit the Indian tech sector will take from the Trump administration's plans to close the doors to Indian techies. For more on this, we're joined by Business Today TV's Karishma Asudani. Let me go straight across to her. Karishma, just take us through, minute by minute, the kind of news that came through on the H-1B front and how everyone was really shaken up, and then the clarifications that have also come in from the Trump administration.
About the last 48 hours have been nerve-wracking for India's IT industry and our workforce abroad because of the kind of announcements that have come in with the H-1B visa. What started as a death knell, I'd say, on Friday, where it was announced that there is going to be a hefty service fee that will be charged on people willing to continue with their H-1B visa, which rushed a lot of Indians who were back on their flights across various parts of the country to get back to the U.S. before September 21st to ensure that they are within the jurisdiction, led to some kind of clarity coming in yesterday from the White House press saying that this is only applicable to the new visa applications and not to the existing or the renewal ones. Now, while that is some kind of relief, it has questioned the whole fact about something like a development like this coming in, and it brings India's IT industry on the drawing table to discuss that if this is the time for them to make a stronger decision in order to retain skill and talent in India. I was, in fact, speaking to a government official yesterday who said that, if the US has done this, let's not be surprised if the Europe also plans to do it in the future in order to protect its own domestic industry. And that puts our workforce in danger because a lot of Indians, if you know, are settled in the US on these work visas and have been contributing to the sector. The big question is this a silver lining for us to think of a long-term solution, or for us to make the stronger negotiations with the US to at least let us surpass the short-term circumstances?
Absolutely. And in fact, remember, the largest number of H-1B visas for the US are issued to India, almost 70% or so. So you can understand the kind of impact the tech industry is likely to see on this, and how much they'll actually mitigate the impact. We'll discuss that a little further on the show. But Karishma is also tracking the other big story on when it comes to the foreign policy as well. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has his own view on the current tariff wars. He's currently in D.C. For further negotiations on trade and tariffs. So let's listen in to what he had to say about the various measures just ahead of the crucial visit, and we'll also get Karishma's take on what's on the agenda.
दुनिया समझती है भारत की ताकत क्या है। ऐसे नहीं है कि पूरे विश्व के अलग अलग देश भारत के साथ फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट भी करना चाहते हैं, भारत से व्यापार बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, संबंध सुधारना चाहते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत हमारे टैलेंट से डरते भी हैं। उससे भी हमें आपत्ति नहीं है। हमारा टैलेंट भारत आके यहाँ इनोवेट करे, यहाँ डिजाइन करे, और हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था तेजी से आगे बढ़ेगी। So we are winners, come what may.
All right, Karishma, just a quick look at the agenda. We'll, of course, be coming back to you through the day to get updates on what's really happening there in D.C.
Well, Minister Goyal will be in Washington, and then following that, he'll also be going to the New York, and on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, he'll be holding a meeting with the USTR representative. And all of this comes in at a very crucial time of our last week, September 16th meeting with Brendan Lynch, between Washington's Brendan Lynch and Delhi's Rajesh Agarwal, which definitely paved a positive path. This was well on expected lines, and Minister Goyal's visit only hints at the fact that we're not away from sixth round of negotiation.
We've lost Karishma's screen there. We'll come back to her shortly. But continuing to keep an eye on that big meeting for you, and we'll bring you all the updates.